Hey guys, we are on lesson 9, which is representing proportional relationships with equations. It's on page 81. This is the problem. Jackson and his grandfather constructed a model for a birdhouse. Many of their neighbors offered to buy the birdhouses. Jackson decided that building birdhouses could help him earn money for a summer camp, but he is not sure how long it will take him to finish all the requests for birdhouses. If Jackson can build 7 birdhouses in 5 hours, write an equation that will allow Jackson to calculate the time it will take him to build any given number of birdhouses, assuming he works at a constant rate, which means there's going to be a k, right? So if we're looking for an equation, it's in the form y equals constant times x, right? And it says write an equation that you could use to find out how long it will take him to build any number of birdhouses. So the first one we want to identify, we have birdhouses. Let's refer to that as B equals the number of birdhouses. And H is going to be the hours spent building birdhouses. So if we take the number of hours, we divide it by the number of birdhouses made, which is what they tell us, right? We have in 5 hours, Jackson is building 7 birdhouses, and that's the ratio that we have to work with. It's the unit rate. It's the constant of proportionality. So that is in simplest form, so we could leave it like hours spent building is going to be equal to 5/7 times B. If this were, right, x and y, right, y equals 5/7 x, just using a different variable. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Sorry, I had messed up on there, so that's why I want to, sorry. I just like to use back pages. Okay. The next one is how many birdhouses. Oh my goodness. What a mess. Okay. The next one is how many birdhouses can Jackson build in 40 hours? So in order to solve that, we can use the equation, right? And let's, the equation is hours equals 5/7 times B. So if we just plug in the hours, so 40 hours is equal to 5/7 times B. And to isolate this variable, you have to remember one-step equation with fractions. So to divide this out, it's like saying you're dividing 5/7 by both sides. But to divide this out, because it's a fraction, we're gonna basically just multiply both sides by 7/5, because that will make that 1. Okay, and so that's going to be eliminated, and you are going to have 7/5 times 40 is equal to B. I'm just going to clean that up and write it here. And to do that problem, you don't even have to work with fractions if you just multiply 7 times 40 and then divide it by 5. Okay, and that is 56. So B is 56. You can make 56 birdhouses. 56 birdhouses in 40 hours. Okay, next one. We have how long will it take Jackson to build 35 birdhouses? So we're using that same equation. H equals 5/7 times birdhouses, and because we're plugging the B in today, or for this problem, hours is equal to 5/7 times 35, which means we just multiply 35 times 5 is equal to, divided by 7. Uh-oh, something went wrong. 35 times 5 equals, divided by 7 equals 25. So we can write that's going to be 25 hours, right? Okay. And the last one, how long will it take to build 71 birdhouses? So hours, 5/7 times 71. So multiplying 71 times 5 equals, divided by 7 is equal to 50.7 if we round it to the nearest tenth. So it will take him 50 hours. Well, you could say it will take 50.7 hours to build 71 birdhouses. And we could convert that 0.7 to minutes by finding 0.7 of an hour, right? Which if you took 60, what I do over here, 60 minutes, and you took 0.7 of it, so it's like 7/10 times 60, and that's going to be 42. So this whole same thing is 50 hours, 42 minutes to convert that. Okay? All right, let's go to the next page, which is example 2, which is Al's Produce Stand. All right, Al's Produce Stand sells 6 ears of corn for $1.50. Barbara's Produce Stand sells 13 ears of corn for $3.12. So I'm gonna kind of square that. Those are important pieces of information. They're gonna give us the constant probably. Write 2 equations, one for each produce stand, that model the relationship between the number of ears of corn sold and the cost. Then use each equation to help complete the table. Okay, so we have Al's Produce Stand's equation. If we say that the ears, X is going to represent the ears of corn and Y is going to represent the cost. And same thing over here, right? X and Y. Okay, so in order to find this, we want to divide Y divided by X. Let's try that. $1.50 divided by 6 is 25 cents. So over here, our equation is going to be Y equals 25 cents times each ear of corn. 1 ear is 25 cents, a quarter. Okay, over here, it's going to be 312 divided by 13, which is 24 cents. So Y equals 24 cents times X. Okay, so to solve it, we could just plug in different numbers over here. So we have a quarter here. If I just do this one, right? A quarter times 14. I'm just plugging in that X, and that's $3.50 here. If you put the dollar sign, and then for 21 times a quarter is $5.25 here. And for this one, it's the Y, right? So you're going to have to say 50 is equal to a quarter times X, and then divide both sides by a quarter to get what X is. So 50 divided by a quarter is going to give you 200 ears of corn. That's going to go up there. Okay, next is Barbara's produce stand. We know it's 24 cents, so we can start to figure that out. We have 24 cents times that 14 is that first one, and that's $3.36. And then we have 21 times 14 is $2. Uh-oh, that didn't seem right. It was lower, so obviously I made an error in pushing buttons. Important skills when using calculators. So 21 times 0.24 is $5.04, makes more sense. It's got to be increasing. And then we have that 49.92 equals 24 cents times x. Divide both sides by 24 cents. And you should get 49.92 divided by 0.24 is equal to 208 ears of corn. 208. Okay. Is that, oh, there was no more questions. So that is the final problem in this unit, or in this lesson. And the lesson summary is on the next page. Just taking a minute to get focused. There it is. How do you find the constant of proportionality? Divide to find the unit rate, right? Y divided by K is the constant of proportionality, also called the unit rate. How do you write an equation for a proportional relationship? Y equals constant of proportionality times X. Substitute the value of the constant of proportionality in place of K. And what is the structure of proportional relationship equations, and how do we use them? X and Y values are always left as variables, and when one of them is known, they're substituted in. Okay, and you use algebra to solve. All right, guys, so you should go and do your assessments now, which should be in Google Classroom. All right, bye.